Good morning, Vietnam. I'm just kidding. Hey, welcome back to the channel where I hope that you stop in here, kick your feet up, and join me on a little bit of an adventure. My name's Rising, as in Old Man Rising. How did I get that name? Why did I give myself that name? Because I spent years in a wheelchair, and I was needed by family for direct care. So I come off the bench, lost 225 pounds, come off the bench, and just really didn't have no choice. I had a grandson that needed me, a wife that needed me, and I had to get up and get moving. Why you see me playing video games? Well, one of the few things in my life that I get some enjoyment, and I was out of the video games for 12, 13 years and dropped back in. I built myself a PC. I used to do that all the time. It had been over a decade, so technology's changed. But we're running a X870e motherboard, so it's a gigabyte Wi-Fi Elite, 9800 X3D water cooled, 5080 overclock. We're running about 3000 core and about 34 gigahertz on the memory right now. Not pushing it hard at all. And I think every 58 I've had my hands on has been an overclocker, man. It clocks. DDR5 6200 memory and Expo. And we are running the 576.80 drivers. Why do I keep making these videos on these .80 drivers? They've just changed my experience with the 50 series card. Now, I've had a 7900 XTX. I've had a 7900 XT, 7900 XTX, a 9070 XT, 5070 Ti, two 5080s. I would have a 5090 because, I mean, it's not like I built the money, but I saved 12 or 13 years. I knew for a while I was going to do this. I had been out of gaming. I've seen the game Helldivers being played at a Thanksgiving dinner by a, not middle-aged, I won't say middle-aged, but a mature soccer mom with 5 kids, and I'm like, what the hell? You playing that on a gaming laptop? Let me see. Well, I had a PS5 that was new in the box for over 2 years. I mean, it was in the shipping box even. So I come home from that Thanksgiving, I thought about it, and I'm like, let's dig this PS5 out. But there's a catch. And I did. I dug it out, and it was over 2 years. I had like an October 2022 label, shipping label on it. Fired it up, downloaded Helldivers 2, got bit by the bug, but there's a catch. I'm left-handed and left-eye dominant, and when I game before, I was always mouse and keyboard. So another thing we do in our channel is we try to help southpaws. So today I'm using the Hex Phantom Pro controller. Yeah, I got it plugged in, but it don't have to be. I just do that out of convenience. And the polling rate, you know, we're running 1000 megahertz polling rate right now. It's similar to a DualSense, but why am I trying this controller? Well, it has 4 back buttons. So I look with the left stick, move with the right. And we already have one layer of complication in that we're translating inputs over to a controller for a game that's not designed to have controller support. And honestly, a genre that's not designed to have controller support. But we're also looking with our left stick, moving with the right. Why might that be difficult? Well, you try pushing the right stick with your right thumb to move, and then sprint, and then jump. Is it possible? Yeah. Can you use the face buttons? It's insane, but you can do it. So we've reassigned the bottom buttons to lean, or jumps, or crouches, or prone. And I got a couple of using ReWASD, R-E-W-A-S-D. I'm using every button that's available on this thing for this game. So, and I do have I still have a few holes, like using my tactical slots are somewhat counterintuitive right now, for the time being. You know, that, for example, is a great example of one of the things that's counterintuitive. See, yeah, we can turn that laser on. What I may do, since I'm left-handed and I don't mind, like, it's easier for me to look this way than it is this way and peek around. I may make me a double press for this that's canting the gun, because one of the deficiencies I've noticed in myself recently, and it's also been pointed out by some pro players that spec me, what I consider pro players. I mean, obviously they're not making money or anything. Really good players in this game, I should say, is that I really need to be able to hip fire, and I don't feel comfortable doing that just free floating. Now, maybe with this pointer, sure, but I just got a gun. I just got this all working. So the binds are an evolution. I really wish. So I would like to help Southpaw players. I would like to help older gamers that maybe did like me and got out of it, and know that there's a world of enjoyment out there. Video games that will accept you. Most everybody in these communities, in all the games that I play, have accepted me. And it's actually been surprising. Yeah, there's some assholes. There's always going to be assholes. It's actually been surprising and a little bit touching in a way. Even my viewers have supported me, and it's really made me. You know how the whole world kind of shits on gamers? I mean, they really do. They look down on gamers. They, from Gamer Words to Gamergate to you know what, if you're a gamer, you know what the stigma around gaming is. I don't have to tell you. It's been refreshing to see the level of support that I've gotten in this community. So if you're an older player, don't be scared. Get you a system. Most of you will have means. Means won't be a problem for most of you, of the older players, the mature players. Get you a system. I'd recommend, honestly, it really is hard to beat a PS5 Pro for the money. I mean, you really can't even build to that spec with the way the GPU prices are insane. Now, I just kept thrashing until I got 5080s at MSRP. If a 5090 was at MSRP, I would buy it and be done, sell the 5080 and a few other things and just be done. But I'm not paying $3,200 for a video card. It's just a line. It's just too much. I'm not going to say I could afford it. I could stretch and afford it. I could do it, but I just refuse to do it. But here's good news. 5080 overclock seems to run everything that I need to do. Right now I'm streaming to you in 1440p because Twitch opened it up for me under a beta program. So I'm simulcasting to Twitch and YouTube at 2K on 1440p. I'm also recording at 4K to an external NVMe drive while I'm running all this software, which drops my frames per second down, and I'm running 1440p Epic, all Epic, and I'm forcing DLSS 4 transformer model so you get maximum visual quality. And as you can see, that's what we have, maximum visual quality. This game is stunning. I know they want the gameplay aspects of night, but they really probably, in my opinion, should put like a modifier on the nighttime where it runs at 1.5, 2 times the speed a day, because nothing shows this game engine off like a sunrise and the golden hour, either at sunrise, either dawn or dusk. So I've been trying to show off how good this game looks and how well it runs with these new drivers, and it's hard to do. This cat here just lost his stuff. I wonder if I got anything I can drop for him. Hey man, you need a vest? You need a vest? You going to get your gear? Want a vest? Hey man, you need a vest? You going to get your gear? Okay, I thought you might have lost your gear. I was going to drop you a vest. Tell you what we will do. We'll drop it in here. I'm so dumb. I do that all the time. Just drop on my vest in there. Need to move some of this stuff up anyway. Let's drop somebody a vest in here today. I was down to $2,000. As you see, I'm at over 100 now. I was down to $2,000, and somebody did that for me. I think it was actually even a gun. Maybe it was a decent pistol. It's hard for me to recall. Oh, that comes to my last point on why this old man's gaming. My therapist and other studies show that that gaming like this, specifically first-person shooters and anything that requires hand-eye coordination, helps stave off dementia. So there's a lot of reasons to game: enjoyment, challenge, personal goals. In my opinion, I think part of building the PC and tweaking it out is part of the fun for me as well. So I think that'll fit in anywhere. We're going to consolidate our cache down a little bit. I'm going to quit running. Well, I'm not going to quit running my mouth because I'm just not made that way. But then we'll, you know what? Maybe somebody needs some blood too. The only reason I'm not going to give them kits away is there's a part 2 of the mission I just done that I'm going to need them for. I'll probably actually give this away later. Wait a minute. How bad is this? What kind of shape is this in? Oh, it's okay. How many slots is that? 4 by 3, 12. Yeah, no, you could say that's actually one of my only gripes to this game. And I know what you're saying. Get some new glasses, old man. Well, yeah, they're both 12 slot side. That's a 3+ armor. I think this is just 3, right? Well, it don't even say. It's just chest rig. Okay. I don't want to drop it because I don't want the same person to grab it. I don't want to drop it right now, but we will drop it later. We'll drop this blood for somebody. Actually, we'll pull one down. Probably need it. Matter of fact, let me look at my 2, 3. No, we don't need it. 2, 3. Some gauze. I like my little hard cases I've been picking up in the harder areas. You got tourniquet. You got several tourniquets. Oh wait, how many splints did we have? 2 splints. I don't like that. I'm old and clumsy. I sometimes fall. I think we're okay on gauze. Let's see if I got anything in my second ammo case. This 5.45, yeah. Wait a minute. No, it wasn't. Good thing I double checked. Wait a minute. I'm running my same gun. Yeah, 5.45. Woo, that was almost a mistake. No. Soft point, no thank you. Hey, you gotta run what you gotta run. I'm not shitting on you. I got you. I understand. So I'm still not good at this game, and I'm playing with the controller, remap controller using ReWASD. And what I found was best for me to do, have a little bit more free look, but obviously I can't flick. I got just enough I can maybe turn around like that. But I had to really take my ADS aiming. Turn this up to 4. I had to really take it. I had to really take it down. So, in sensitivity, and so far that's working best for me. As I get better, maybe I can start working back up. All right. We have got a lot of shit, guys. She's full. They're all full. When we get back, we'll give that away. I'll give this away right now. Does that say 2 or 4? That's 2. I really like to go out with a full splint complement if I can. I mean, I really like to do that. I really, really believe I need that. I played the game enough to know that I need that. All right, I'll tell you something else I'm going to do too. I'm going to take this out. Just so I can run the rest of the day, hopefully, and not have to worry about that kind of stuff. Wait, what do we have in here? We have any 4s? 4 stacks? We do not. I think this is keys. Yep. Let me just dig around just a little bit. I know you guys are impatient. Let's get in the field, and then we'll get in the field. Hey, Lord Stormy, how you doing, buddy? Good morning to you. I've also changed up my screen. I had 3 different feedbacks, especially when I'm trying to show off drivers. And all 3 indicated they would like to see more of the game. What I was trying to do with my other overlay was make it where if you expanded the screen on mobile, yeah, it would push me and the chat off, but you get the full game in. I tried to get the aspect ratio like that, but I just was unsuccessful. And the feedback that I've gotten, and I take all feedback seriously, the feedback that I've gotten is they would just prefer to see the whole game. So we're going to start trying that starting today. I'm not even sure I can buy a 4-stack yet because I really need to work on lab rat, but I'm fixing to, if you're unfamiliar with the game, handshake's generally going to be your gear, your chest rigs, your backpacks, your headsets, helmets. Gunny is going to be your weapons allotment for Imperial, I guess you would say, weaponry, whereas Artisan is going to have a little more your AK, and so is really Turncoat, but like an improved AK versions. Banshee, I'm not super familiar with him yet. As you see, I don't have him leveled up. And Lab Rat's going to be matter of fact, this is new. I completed that mission last night. It got me to 3, and I didn't check on this. So that's new for me to just be able to buy and not pick up in game. But as you see, I still don't have 4 packs of splints. So I can't remember. I think this is a splint. Yeah, we'll buy this. Stick it over. We'll get it on character. And there's a room anywhere in there. I don't want to do that all the time. We're good. We're golden. I just feel a little more comfortable if I had a few more splints than most people probably would. Let's get loaded up. I generally, depending on what area I'm in, I'm going to run this 60 round in this slot, because once I kill this 30 rounder and I hit reload, it pulled the 60 round over automatically. And then I've cleared a firefight, or I'm going to lose the firefight, one of the two. I'm okay, man. I'm okay, Geek Lord. I've been beating my head against the wall trying to learn this game, new controllers, new controller bindings, overcome the disadvantage of being left-handed and playing on a controller, especially on a game that's not designed for it. So here we're leaving someone down on their luck. Maybe they just lost their gear. Maybe they died, need to go back after their gear, need a little bit of something to get to it. Maybe they just ain't got no money like I was a few weeks ago. I got over 100,000 now, but I was down to 2,000 and was going to quit the game. So, until some people help me out, and I'm trying to pay it forward. And I love that this game has the donation box. Hey Ryan, how's it going, buddy? Geek Lord Kennedy, what's up, fellas? Fellettes. Appreciate everybody stopping in this morning. How do you know where Vulture is? That's a good question. All right, so my understanding, Hendrick, is a Vulture changes spots every Monday. I believe it's every Monday he changes spots. There will be 2. Let's just go to the map. Go to the map overview. There will be 2 captured cops. Like say this is Titan. Bronco. Actually, Bronco was one he was at last week. Somewhere on this map, he will be at 2 cops. And something else you should know about Vulture. Now remember, I'm still a new player. But my understanding, I hope I don't feed you wrong information. My understanding is he will be at 2 cops. Those cops cycle out on Monday. You can Google, I haven't done it, but I haven't done it this week. I done it to see if it was a thing. You can Google Vulture's location, and there's a wiki that may or may not update in time, may or may not have the location. But once you find him, or once you ask where he's at, and you could do that. I could do that right now. Most likely, let's see these couple guys. There's just this one guy hanging around. He's really looking at his map. He may not answer us. Hey, buddy, where's Vulture at this week? Do you know? Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks, anyway. Appreciate you, bud. All right, so he didn't know, but you can do that. You run up to somebody and ask them. But he will be at those same two cops all week, and he rotates out on Monday.
If you find them, let me know.
Oh, I absolutely will. I'll put it out in the the faction chat.
Copy that.
You know, it changes I think it's every Monday it changes, so it'll be good for all week.
Yeah, I heard that too. Every week it changes location. It's supposed to be on one of the big outposts, I think.
Yeah. The last time I found him, he was at Bronco, and I can't remember the second one because I'm old. Now, something you should know about Vulture that I was showed, so I'd like to pay it forward. Vulture primarily wants high value items. He wants your liquors, he wants your necklaces, your watches, things of that nature. So if you're going to up your rep with Vulture, you need to have some high value loot. We'll probably get killed, but since it was asked in channel, I'm going to change. Yeah, he's always at the major cops, but only 2 of them exactly. And that changes every Monday. Is that correct, Hendrick? Am I right in that? Yeah. Just making sure. Morning, Kennedy. Yeah, okay, make sure. So, if there's anybody that might wonder what that is, you know what? I got a mission in mind. I was going to take you up to the mayor's mansion, but we're going to drop at Sawmill, and I'm going to backtrack to the plane wreckage. We'll have to clear out 3 or 4 AI, maybe 5, and then there'll be a jewelry box, and I'll show you the kind of stuff that he likes. So that's great. You gave me a good topic to start with. I appreciate that. This would be perfect. Instead of talking, let's illustrate it. So we'll see it flying in, but I drop here, which is where I normally go through Sawmill and try to clear it at, especially when solo. And I'm not good, so I mean, it's not like 100% success rate even clearing Sawmill. But what we'll do is we'll backtrack. Look, somebody's already coming through here, and they may get the jewelry, but I'll show you where the jewelry box is because it's kind of hidden. So we'll land here. We'll backtrack to the crash site. We'll grab the jewelry. I'll show you the kind of stuff that Vulture wants. And I better put me another drink on because that's going to be a lot. See, this is taking up slots, but we're going to consume a lot of this. We don't want to be carrying this kit, though. I know that much. I got any drinks? Sure, I got some drinks. All right, we'll buy a drink. It ain't gonna hurt us. We'll buy a new drink. Before we get full, we'll be using all this. Quite sure we're gonna need that bandage. Matter of fact, let me pull the splint down here and put the bandage there. All right. So even though this is taking up a row of our backpack, we're going to run through this on a longer run, and that's what we're going to try to do because we're also trying to test stability on this driver. So let's call for a pickup, and we'll go from there.
Exfil confirmed. Raven en route to base camp.
I had some trouble with the stream but I figured out it was the newest version of social menu of my multi-chat that actually was causing issues.
Raven reporting. On my way. ETA
You see how that bird is blue and the green's coming in up to our north and west? The green is for me. That's how you know that it's for you. If people don't tell you this, the game don't tell you this kind of stuff. I'm not sure. See, Raven on station, green. Nobody told me that. I was jumping on choppers and going to the bottom of the map. It was crazy. On the way in, I wish it would give us a sunny day, and I may change servers in a minute to try to find us a sunny day. I wish it'd give us a really sunny day where you could really see how good the game looks now with the 576.80 drivers max. I'm sorry, everybody in the house has had COVID. You would think, honestly, my doctor told me COVID would kill me with my comorbidities and my health. I guess losing 225 pounds helped. Cross my fingers. Cross my fingers. So far, I'm taking it the best, and I'm helping take care of everybody else. All right, here's the crash site. Now, bear in mind when you look at the performance, I'm multicasting 2K to Twitch, 2K to YouTube. I am also running OBS, Social Stream Ninja, multi-chat. I'm running a ton of software on the machine. If I was just playing the game, like right now, I'm looking at, what are we seeing up there? About 190 frames per second with the 1% lows at 130, 120. If I was running this game, just this game and playing it and not simulcasting, OBS, multi-chat, multi-windows open, and recording to an external drive at the same time, literally the performance uplift will be 20 to 30%. Now, that's the negative. The positive is the 5080 is still strong enough to do it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Fidel Lisa Anthony. I said that right. Adesanya Victor. Hi. So, if you're a seasoned player, you're probably already going to know this spot. But if you're new, I would say if you're new or low hours, like myself, or just shitty like myself, this is one of the better places that you have a chance to get in, kill the AI, and find you some jewelry, some high-value items for Vulture. If the AI are down, you can just about bet the jewelry box has been raided. If it is, we will turn back and try to clear Sawmill. If we clear Sawmill, we might come back here and see if it's respawned. Yep, there's a dude running, butt naked. He's running around. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to crash in here with him, and I'm going to at least show you where the box is. That way you can use it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I appreciate everybody stopping in this morning. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about the game. So, normally, there'd be some AI, I think, about right here. Another layer usually back here. The ones off to the side, see, they get me. Okay, so here's a limitation with my controller. Am I more accurate now? Can I get more headshots? Yeah. But what I can't do is run past the AI, boom, he's right there and get on him. I have to keep the battle in front of me. So I have to think about vectors, angles of attack, you know, ambush sites. I have to think about all that. I have to keep the battle in front of me. Now, this is 100% going to have been looted because you just seen the guy run through here, but we'll just show you where the loot areas are. See if he left anything. No. That's not a bad secondary gun, but he pulled the magazine out of it. We'll put a magazine back in it. You never know. You never know when you need one. Somebody might shoot your gun. It might malfunction. All right, that's a loot spot that'll have some decent loot. This equipment box is generally. Now, Flinger, I mean, this is not bad armor. This is a 3 armor, similar to what we were giving away back there a while ago. Not 3 plus, but 3. But that's not. You also see the med bag here, right? Empty. So that guy that was naked a while ago, he probably came up here, killed all these guys. But what I really wanted to show you was, where is it at? I miss it sometimes too the first time through. Come on, old man. Maybe it's around this next corner here. It's actually wild. I thought this could make me out of a liar. Am I missing it, everybody? Am I missing it, y'all? Are we missing it? Did y'all see it? I thought it was right here. A little. Now, did it despawn? Because he went through it? No, I wouldn't think so. Let me keep looking. The stuff on the other side is always there. The bag's here. There's a little square jewelry box. I'm not gonna stick around too much longer. See, he shedded that. So he must have found some pretty decent stuff right there. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I was around the wrong side. Well, you feel this trash. You feel this junk. Yeah, right there. That's the jewelry box. Obviously, it's empty because he just come through and got it. So we're going to reverse back to Sawmill. We may try to come back and hit this later if it respawns. Let's see. You know, I probably should try to find where Vulture's at each week and post that up in my stream notes, Hendrick. So that's actually as I tried to take feedback from others, I'll take feedback from you on that. You know, that's the first time somebody's asked me where Vulture's at. I had volunteered it before, but I haven't been asked it. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I think at the beginning of the week on a Monday evening, I will make a concerted effort to find out where Vulture's at, and then I will include that in the descriptions on my one of the top lines in the description on my videos. That seemed like a decent service, something that might provide a little value to my fellow gamer, especially the new guys. Man, I really need to make a video. I know there's beginner's guides to this game, but it's the beginner's guides. Honestly, what I figured out about the beginner's guides is these guides are made by people that's played Tarkov and every Tarkov clone. And I'm not really calling this a Tarkov clone. It's a little bit different, but it's the same genre. Extraction shooter, tactical meal sim, blurring the lines, gray zone, if you will, between what is what on the genres. And they start their beginner's guides with quite a bit of information that's just baked into their cake, and don't realize they're not actually starting with a beginner. I need to make a real beginner's guide. I need to take some time, get some coherent thoughts, and make a real beginner's guide. Where we're going, I'm going to go down to Sawmill, which I didn't see where the dude ran off to, but he probably cleared that. Just look at the foliage. I just wish you could see the lighting when it's not an overcast day like it is. And I know they want to show off the power of the engine, but if you want to show off the beauty of the engine, put us in there at sunrise and sunset, the golden hour. It is gorgeous. So no, he hadn't cleared sawmill either. Y'all see what I see? He sees me already too, by the way. He started moving. Another one shot. They're shooting me. God dang. I didn't realize anybody had a vector on me that fast. I have a quick heal button bound, which ain't working, so I need to check and see what's going on with it. Medium bleeding. We need a tourniquet, and we need it quick. Let's put some blood in first. Normally I wouldn't put the blood in first, but since I didn't find my tourniquet first, I did. To get ahead of it. We'll use the tourniquet. Coughing, so that means we gonna need some surgery. Remember when I topped that surgery kit off earlier? That's probably gonna come in handy now. I heard that person to the right, but honestly, I figured they were such a distance that they wouldn't be able to get me, at least hit me hard enough to hurt me this bad at that distance. They're a little bit spunky today, I see. When you see that medium bleeding, you ain't got a lot of time. That's why I didn't take the time to find the tourniquet. Normally I'd want to put a tourniquet on it first. It just went ahead and wasted the blood infusion because that gave me more time to find the tourniquet. That's my understanding of how that's working, of how the system works, but maybe not. Will still hurt. Blood's good, but looks like I can barely read this font. I really wish I increased the font. Hey, morning, baby. Yeah, it's just, and I don't know if it's like a good plan, but with my limitations, like playing with controller and mouse and keyboard, it's what I can get to first. You know, stave off death because I'm solo. I ain't got nobody coming to help me. This wouldn't have been a bad area to die in because I could have dropped on the LZ. But if it was a bad area to die, get some blood in you. Locate and find your tourniquet, which I need to try to memorize again. I seen one. I had a 4-stack, didn't I? Yeah, so I still got 3. Locate and find your tourniquet. Anytime it's medium bleeding or more, find a tourniquet. And one thing I need to do is this. Actually, I know why that didn't work. Remember when I was talking about resod earlier?